Alright, we're gonna get started here pretty soon. Finish one more look at the intro edited for CFT Tecmo After Dark, season number 1, 1960. Our members. So our first game is going to be Pittsburgh Steelers, featuring Frank Ryan, the Doctor, Lenny Moore, who probably will get sent as a receiver, John Henry Johnson, probably, and Bobby Mitchell, your running backs. Larry Grantham, high interception LB4 for the Steelers. And Dick LeBeau, best DB. You know what? It's all good. I think yours is going to be game 3, yeah. Yours is going to be the third game. Like I told you a couple days ago, you get to where you're driving down 21-0, spoiler alert, and then it cuts off right before you make it a game. The Texans featured Jim Brown and Charlie Hennigan, Jack Kemp, an immense O-line featuring Jim Ringo and Forrest Gregg. And on defense, they got Yale Larry and Cheryl Hedrick and the Badger, Carl Badger. Look at that defense. Look at that second level of the linebackers. So let's get this one started. Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Texans. The Doctor gets sacked by Hedrick on the first play for scrimmage. Alright, first down. Whoa. Lenny Moore doing some dirty work over the middle. And he's going to go up to Bobby Mitchell. Nothing. Uh-oh. Oh, they get their own fumble. The Doctor is going to take it from the shotgun. And he's just going to go back and check it to Johnny Mitchell. No luck. No love. Or Bobby Mitchell, excuse me. Oh. Yo, Larry gets in position for the block. Gets the turnover on downs. Got Mac Yoho in this on the field now. Oh, not Mac Yoho. Sorry, looking at the wrong one. Willie Davis in that spot. Bob Gain, John Levatere, Corky Tharp. Corky Tharp and Frank Bernardi looking at the battling for worst secondary players on the field. Larry Grantham, active. As Jim Brown gets his first showcase. Ugh. Camp overthrows Hannigan when Pittsburgh focused on Jim Brown, leaving lots of options open. Oh, we got some popcorn. Pick play stuffs Jim Brown up the middle or off tackle. And some pretty good coverage. Kemp's gonna have to just run it. 3rd and 9. Start the second quarter here. The Texans get Jim Ringo in good, and John Rieger, linebacker 2, in good. He's a bit of a weapon, but the rest of the news is not so great. Bill Mathis, Jim Duran in bad. Mel Branch and Cheryl Hedrick in bad. For the Steelers on defense, Jim Marshall's in good, a threat to block some kicks. And Monty Stickles in good on the offensive side. Still in average as a kicker. All right. LeBeau's manned up, and the toss down is contained for 8 yards, forcing a 4th down and short. The Texans will go for it. And will this be Jim Brown off tackle? It will not. Oh. Oh no. I should pull up the voice mod for that one. He was wide open in the end zone. Dropped. A brutal, brutal play. Oh my goodness. The doctor fumbles it. And the Mel Branch picks it up. He might be in bad. Yeah. Gotta love the... Well, I think Joey taps higher than 8 in his sleep. It's like sometimes he just doesn't try. But wow. Defense is kicking off this Tad cast in typical Tad style. Defense rules. Jim Brown with a smush popcorn there. And Kemp hits the quick hitter To the bottom to Jim Duran. In bad, no problem. Former Cowboy, I believe. Might be getting him mixed up with Fred Dugan. I think I am. Regardless, JD makes the diving catch in the end zone to break the seal, 7-0. A reminder, in TAD, we, in 1960, I don't think we started with ties without overtime, so overtime is in play. Whew. Frank, the doctor, goes back, barely gets it off, gets the jumping jackass, and Bobby Mitchell traipses in for the score. Just like that, it looks like we'll be tied, 7-7 at the half. Let's see what the very first halftime of this broadcast brings us. Maybe 4 cheerleaders? Yeah, it's looking like 4 cheerleaders for sure. Alright, so second half we have Frank Ryan, the doctor's in bad. Larry Grantham in good, joining Jim Marshall. For the Texans, Charlie Flowers and Jim Greer joining Mathis and Duran in bad on offense. Hendrick stays in bad, but Emlyn Tunnel now in good, an option at DB4. Jim Ringo is an excellent. Good luck blocking any kicks against the Texans here. If the Texans do any field goals, take a look and see if Jim Marshall can get any action, or if he'll get stood up by Jim Ringo. And keep an eye on that. TAD enthusiasts will recognize that Charlie Hennigan is he's going to do a lot of work in the first few years of TAD. Jack Kemp uses his wheels, gets 9 on first down. Steelers rightfully still keying on the run, and Hennigan is brought down by a 5-4 tap. Was that a 5-4 tap? Hennigan brought down by Larry Grantham. Looks like possibly a run 3 picked. Sometimes you get a decent coverage on the run and shoot plays there, especially run and shoot pass 1. On the picked play, Jim Brown says, I don't care about your picked play. Oh, but it's fumbled. And Bill Jobco picks it up. Big time play by Bill Jobco. Oh my gosh, John Henry Johnson. A nice play there. Yo, Larry gets tossed off, and Bobby Mitchell's off to the races. Oh, avoids the diver. Could he go all the way? Looks like he will. Big play, and the Steelers take the 14-7 lead. You'd assume 14-7. Brown smartly gets out of bounds. Oh, Hennigan does what Hennigan does best. Clutch jumping catches. Pick play or not. And here we have Jim Brown. Ah. He gets stuck behind a grapple and gets dived by the drone. Dive tackled. We'll come again with Jim Brown. Oh, a double popcorn, only get dive tackled. And here we go to the fourth quarter. Huh. Conditions aren't really kind to, especially to either offense. Ringo no longer in excellent. Jim Marshall is in good. So we'll look at that battle if it comes to. Doesn't look like the Texans want to kick a field goal yet, but we'll see. Oh, Kemp's crossfield toss to his tight end ends up getting double JJ blocked, and this isn't good. Brown gets stuffed on a pick play, 8-yard loss. 3rd and 18. Oof, what do you do here? Just trust in the Henny. And the Henny got blocked. Not looking good for the Texans. Not looking good for the Texans. Oh, here we got a field goal. And oh my gosh. Marshall ran right by Jim Ringo, it looked like. I don't know that you see that very often. The kick is good by James Martin, and here we go. Can the Steelers run this out? Or perhaps punch another one in? Take a commanding 2-score lead as player one in the fourth quarter. The doctor navigates the pocket. Oh. Oh my gosh. What happened there? What? Man, I should have busted out my voice mod. Get some of my classic coach moments calling these. That was some wild stuff. That would have been a what the hell's going on out there moment for sure. Oh, and Jim Brown gives the Texans the lead. Now the Steelers are playing from behind, needing at least a field goal. Got plenty of time to get it. Marshall gets right past Jim Ringo again. Does it matter if it's player one or two? I felt that. I was always Danny Stubbs diving on the off tackle play versus the computer, and it worked a lot more as player one playing the computer and playing a person, but playing against with the lurching, But playing as player 2, the Lurch is, for some reason, not as great. I wonder if there's something to that. Time keeps on ticking. Here comes Bobby Mitchell. He gets the first and more, out to the 40. Another 20 yards or so should be in decent field goal range for Monty Stickles. Potentially tie it. And in 1960, we do have regular season overtime. Oh, and Ryan takes a brutal sack by Ed Kayat. That was a big sack. Big sack by Kayat. Oh, and then Cheryl Hedrick follows. That might be his second big play in this game. The doctor goes back, tosses it up to Lenny Moore. That's all she wrote. So, we got Bobby Mitchell, Jim Brown, leading the rushing attacks. Not much on passing for the Texans. The doctor got a couple of big ones to Mitchell, but even worse, like just really bad completion percentage. Lots of checking. So let's what I do here. I was thinking of sharing. Do I have a Firefox one? I do. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this Jesus, will you just let me? Here's our recap. 10-point fourth quarter. We don't have some of the added stats in our yet. We will. Like time of possession isn't on here, but it will be once we get caught up in 1963. Probably week 10 and beyond. Pittsburgh, way more yards, but less first downs, too many sacks and interceptions given up. Tunnel with a big interception, Hedrick with 2 big sacks, and Kayat with a big sack too. Alright. Let's go to our next game. Game number 2. Is a battle between the Oilers, or excuse me, the Broncos, one of their first games, and the Browns. That's my team, featuring Dick Bass. Now, a lot of these Week 1 games were played pretty late in the season. This is one I had a pretty decent start, and then ended up getting just well, you see what happens here. Another interesting one that did not get recorded as an NSV was the Eagles and the Cardinals, Pete versus Jay Brooks, and Jay Brooks pulled that one out, and that was, I remember, monumental for me because it gave me a chance to get the first place record in the regular season and the 1 seed in the playoffs. Alright, so Butch Songjin gets the quick diver to Art Powell. Oh, let's get these correct teams conditions up here. And Lewis Comoing himself around. Del Schaffner was, I believe, my best secondary man, DB. Yeah. I had decent safeties, but Schaffner was the only one with 50 RP and 63, and he gets in, who was that in the eye? I think I might have been, was that Matsos? I think I was Matsos on that play. Just CC in your eye. Kowalczyk takes the return. Gets it barely to the 9. Agazanin! That's right. Anytime I would make a catch, or a kick, excuse me. Yeah. Ben Agazanin, he's great. Alright, the Marlboro man matriculates, gets a first down. Oh, and the pick play, but Dick Bass gets yards and then gives it away. We don't see who picks it up. Not a great start for the Browns. A very nice play. Songjin quick to Art Powell in the bottom. Just going after my weak DB2 and DB4, relatively. Dean Derby from, I believe, Wenatchee. Unable. Maybe Leavenworth. I think he's from Leavenworth. Have to double check that. Alright. Down 14-0. Not always a death knell, but let's see if Dick Bass can make anything out of it. He had a nice first run before fumbling it away. That was pretty good as well. Comes right back to it. Alright. See what the conditions look like in quarter number 2. Oh, the Marlboro man in bad, but Dick Bass in good. Looks like your favorite quarterback, Earl Morrall, is going to get on the field. He was very clutch for me. I don't think I win the, spoiler alert, I don't think I win the first TAD championship without Morrall making a couple of big plays late. Joe Walton is feeling it. Chris Burford in his first stint with the Browns. Trying to recreate that magic. Oh, got lucky. I think he was a linebacker there, maybe Bill Pellington. I don't think that was in Norton's eye. The number was 50-something. Eric Barnes doesn't play. This team was drafted by Go Nick Montana, and he went heavy on the secondary. Look at that. They got Jerry Norton, Eric Barnes, Bobby Boyd. Brown's trying to answer. A swift kick to base. He can't get free. Just still makes me sigh. Alright, 3rd and 5. Sitting on that run there. Hey, look at Earl. Being not good. He put it on the money. Dick Bass just dropped it. That's Earl being not good. What do we do here? What do we do here? That was a case of Earl not being good. Yeah, well, I know you're going to blame Earl regardless. This is known. And yeah. That's Earl's fault too. Earl failed there. We get the pick play. The block. I was hoping maybe get a safety. And yeah, he's just going to toss it towards my... Oh, Dean Derby does some wonderful work blocking that. He attacks it again. Can Derby do it again? Oh no, the JJ. Not looking good. But he's just feeding Powell. He had wide receiver 1 wide open up top. Well, I guess it's late. You're trying to get a touchdown. Which Songin in good. The timing there looked kind of suspicious. All right, good half. We have our CFT Super Bowl. All right. Your man Tom Flores looking good. Harry Jagielski at the nose looking good. Dean Derby looking good, but look at Eddie Dove. Eddie Dove is like, you know, some people think I'm the worst DB on my team, but now I'm the fastest. And I can knock fools down. Oh, just missed the sliding tackle. Sliding block. Oh! Little dipsy-do by base. Couple of neat runs. One by John Henry Johnson and one by Dick Base. Oof da. Again. Morale cannot pick it up and take advantage. Down 2 scores, gotta go for it. Goes for the jumping JJ and gets it. Burford moves the sticks. Deuce doing his tapping routine. Oh, nice block there by Deuce. He wants the interception. A 50-50 ball. Doesn't get it. Oh, base ran out of bounds. Dick Bass. Oh, and then he gets just JJ picked in the end zone. I remember forcing that. I remember that. Being like, well, the wind is out of the sails. Dumb pass. Earl. Oh, I got a double digits and still got yanked. 11-10. Now Dan Lewis is just reporting all the way down the field. Ugh. Wilson with the diving CC in Schaffner's face. Matzos gets his first sack of the season. Alright. Final conditions here. Stransky. We got juniors and BKs. Pops on the field. And Flores gets some play. Likes the mobility. And Schaffner gets crunched. Gambled that he wasn't going to pick that play, and of course he picked it. Doug Atkins can't get anything going against Walt Kudzik. And just like that, it's a 21-0 fourth quarter lead. Agajani's in bad too. Just brutality. Barnes contains Dick Bass. Go, Dick, go. Probably run it again. Oh, and he picks it. So predictable. And what are you going to do down 21-0? It's not a 3-score play. Chuck it up to Walton. Or Burford. O'Connelly's back in. Just can't get anything going. Stifled by the Broncos defense. Gets Eric Barnes to dive and miss. Dick Bass gets some yardage. Over the middle to Walton. Nice little shimmy shake. Breaks 3 through almost the 5. To the 5. And he hits Ollie Matson over the middle. Of course, Ollie scores the only touchdown of this game for the Browns. Okay. Keep that same energy when we rebroadcast the 1960 TAD Championship. He was he was pretty brutal for you. I won't downplay that. So Dan Lewis had a pretty good day for 44 MS back. Dick Bass had a good day toting the rock, other than fumbling it his first try and giving it away and not having a chance to stay in the game, really. Morale somehow with above 50% completion percentage. Mostly to Burford. So, oh, we didn't put it on this one either. God, will you just click on that wall and stay there, bro? What do we have? We have pretty even yards. The interception and the fumble. Art Powell, probably the player of the game. Yeah. Alright, so we are going to move to a new ROM. Those were the no sprite flicker ROMs. And we're going to try this transition here using studio mode. So our next game looks like you versus Invader. I'm going to try some relative magic here. Vader's home. Titans are on the road. You're gonna, what is it? Was that Rick Astley? Never gonna give you up. I'm gonna type your big long name here. Should I make it all caps? Because why not? No, I won't. Gosh. Come on. Would you cooperate for once? For once, would you cooperate? So unfortunately, this NSV desyncs. It's the one I got from the file. Let me also see if I can make the correct conditions checker. Oh geez. Okay, yeah, I can do that behind the scenes. All right. But we're not going to use that one for a while anyway, so here's our new condition checker, and this game is Titans at Chargers. So this isn't going to be pretty for you either, because your good stuff did not make it before the desync. And you'll notice this is not a non-sprite flickering ROMs, there's a lot of flickering. Touche. Touche. So I know Vader was really into this, well not really into, but one of his his fortes on his team was using the play action. He's got Abner Haynes. He's got his namesake, Kyle Rote and Carol Dale. John Brody delivering the goods. There goes Abner. And look at you, you got Johnny U. Lionel Taylor, Sonny Randall, Nick Petrosante. And Dick Felt. Dick Felt. And there goes Kyle Rote. On defense, he's got Don Bishop, who won the TAD Defensive Player of the Year. And Joe Fortunato. That's a pretty savage with Cat Cabbage, little trifecta there. Cat Cabbage, Fortunato on one end, and Don Bishop coming down from the top. Ugh. Wow, what a play by Petrosante. Oh, and then he fumbles it, but he gets it out of bounds. Nice one. You think Fortunato was going to just obliterate that before he gets it. So for the rest of the schedule, we're going to do the 2 fourth quarter desync games. And then we'll finish with the 3 that are good. No, it does not score the stats from the run. Correct. that was a nice run. I'm noting plays that are worthy to perhaps put in a highlight reel. And we had a John Henry Johnson run, little loop-de-loop. We had a wide open drop. Dick Bass had a nice run. So did Nick Petrosante. What other wild plays was there? We'll try and keep tabs a little bit better as we go along. Alright, let's look at these conditions. Brody and Haynes in bad, Billy Ray Barnes in good. Watch out for Al Carmichael. Fortunato in bad too. You got Ordell Brasse. Dump off to Haynes. Gets out of bounds with the first. Can't get there on Haynes, and Haynes punches in another one. Trying to think what other wild plays there were. I'm gonna have to rewatch those again. But I've got a system now to record the wild plays worthy of a replay, worthy of a highlight. Oh. I mean, when it rains, it pours. Another fumble. This time it's lost. Bill George. Oh. And Abner again. I remember watching this, making sure that the NSV worked, and just really skimming through it quickly and being like, I know, on a play pick. And we're only in the second quarter. Excuse me. Johnny U trying to get some momentum going. And it's 21-0. What do you got to lose? Tosses it up to Randall, and Randall gets the JJ. Ball goes over the front defender with no jump block attempt. Johnny U runs out of bounds after picking up a short three. Oh, Bishop with the diving interception. Tom Green. Carol Dale. Nope. Oh, the pick play. Paul Miller gets home. Oh, and he just lets it go. Does not attempt another one. Oh, and Ralph Guglielmi in good. Al Carmichael in excellent, doing his best Albert Bentley impersonation. Carol Dale looking lethal. I wish these NSVs also recorded the in-game chat. Wouldn't that be great? You can see the in-game chat going on. Oh, a nice pass, just off the fingertips. A quick one to Lionel Taylor. Don Bishop doing work. Oh, another fumble. My goodness. Just brutality. Yeah, isn't it rough? Just overthrown. Abner takes it up the middle. Shoestring, forcing a 4th and 1. What are the Chargers going to do? Will this be a play action? No, it will not. And Ford gets the first down. Freddie Ford. All 31 MS. A lot of busy action by the Titans defense near the A gaps. Oh, it's blocked. Ordell gets in there and picks it up. Oh, just... Oh, Taylor with the CC. Pick play. Might not have been a CC, but it was a pick play. Nick Petrosante. Oh, nice moves. Tried the quick hitter. To the bottom, Sonny Randall. No dice. I think maybe in the actual game, yeah, this is where the desync happens. Maybe in the actual game that was a CC. That's what I'm guessing, but yeah, we have now hit our desync. So I will set up the next. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he stops on Bishop is interesting. But if you look at what happens on this next play... Oh, no, yeah. Some weirdness. Gotcha. Alright, so let's transition into our next game. That's not annoying. And... oh yeah, that's the same ROM, dummy. Same ROM, dummy. So we will open same ROM. Let's take a quick look at the stats there. So what ended up happening? Yeah, you can be quiet. The Titans scored 2 touchdowns unanswered in the 4th quarter. Neither team had 200 yards of offense, which is very tad. We did have an injury. Fred Ford ended up getting hurt, probably on the next kick. And Sonny Randall caught 2. He caught another touchdown pass later. Paul Miller gets an interception. That's probably what happened. Oh no, that's a sack, not an interception. Yeah. So there you go. That's the story of that. I'm going to leave that up there while I work on my transition to the next game in studio mode. Our next game will be the Bears and the Oilers. Bears and the Oilers. So let's see. Oilers are player 1. Learning how to do these transitions. Bears are player 2. There's no special. There's no special SIG for either of these teams. Okay. Let's do the thing. We're gonna Firefox. Make Firefox go away. It's not being shown. Oh no. Boy, I really messed that up. Still learning. Forgive me. Working out these kinks here. Oh, I've got 2 Firefoxes. Okay, that's what's going on. That's what had me confused. Alright, so our next game is Bears at Oilers. Stu and Randy, probably their first match since CFT 3 AFC Championship, where Stu pulled it out to meet me in the Super Bowl. And funny thing, it was probably these 2 exact same teams. So we got 4 more games. Jeez, is that right? This is game 4. Boy, these streams, they're going to take a long time. I imagine I'll do these late at night. The idea here, though, is we'll have a full games, whatever was recorded on the on each recap page as a YouTube. That's our goal. And as we go along, we will integrate our games ticker and our injury ticker. Oh, Willard. An opening salvo. George Blanda. So shoot, this is going to go past 3 o'clock. Okay. quick pass to Tom Reichlich. Once again. Oh, Randy tried to get the second and short. Did not go back far enough. Pick play just barely gets it off. Randy went heavy passing offense with this draft. As you can see, Norm, he misunderstood because, you know, he didn't read the rules, thinking that he would automatically get his A-line. But he's got Buddy Dial, Red Phillips, Old Red, and Billy Houghton. And I bet you Randy probably has this on his YouTube too, so I might add that YouTube as well. Oh, the General Jimmy Patton gets cut, blocked, and Johnny Morris traipses in for the touchdown. That was an interesting cut block a couple plays ago. Oh, we got another block kick. Jim Otto picks it up, but he can't take it in. Look at Ray Nitschke. Still Manning Patton. 6 MS. Norm Van Brocklin. Gets the first. And Old Red. Norm pops it in there to Old Red, and the Oilers take their first lead of the game. And it should be the lead that ends the half. CFT Super Bowl, let's go. And here is our third quarter stats, or conditions. Jack Spikes is feeling it. Blair Duval is feeling it. Charlie Hardy is feeling it. Old Red is feeling it. Look at Old Red, 50-81. What a weapon. Defense, Ray, Don Floyd, and Daniel Kolkiko for the Oilers, along with Dick Zemansky. The Oilers linebacking core, all 44 RP. They have Richie McCabe at DB3. Jesse Whittington and Bob Z-Man at the corners. Randy with the quick strike offense again. Gets the first just barely. Sure, he was trying to not get it that time because it was second down, not first. Nice crossfield pass to Morris, and he does cut it out of bounds. In front of the sticks on purpose. A very Randy play, and then picked run 3. Stu's all over that. Rosie Greer. Oh my gosh, it looked like he got in line, but his 25 interceptions couldn't block the 56 PC pass to 69 receptions. Buddy Dial. Buddy Dial is open again. But Norm runs it. Our next game will be the Colts at the Bills at the Rock Pile. Always look for some good shenanigans from that matchup. Then we'll finish with the Raiders at Lions, Manuel versus Odell, and then our game of the week, JJT at San Francisco versus Grip Smoke. So we're nearing the fourth quarter. since I messed this one up, not supposed to be showing... Oh, I'm not. Okay. I just changed the wrong one. Okay. A little overthrow there. Toss up to Morris. Tries the dipsy-do. And we'll settle for the field goal, it looks like. Let's look at these conditions here real quick. Gets it off right away, and it is good. 17-7. A nice return by Dick Christie. I forget where this desyncs, I just know it happens in the fourth quarter. This already seems a little suspicious. Oh, not yet. Puts Arnett in. MS. And Blanda's going to go back and check it to Willard. It's overthrown. They're taking their sweet old time to pick the play. So this makes me think that's... Is that the play that it happened on? Nope. Nope. Tries to go to wide receiver 2 over the middle. Bob's... Oh no. He's caught. Cannot cross the line of scrimmage. Mutchler couldn't come up with it the play before. Oh, what's going on here? This looks like where the desync happens. Or not? Yeah, this is where the desync happens. So, that game ended up, let's look at it, was Houston, Chicago. The final score ended up being why so tiny? Here. That's tiny. Didn't... Oh yeah, here it is. So 17-10. Pretty dominant game for only a 7-point spread. That doesn't help at all, does it? Okay, so Landa, 2 passes for 129 yards, both to Duval. We saw them. Norm, 17 of 24, high volume passes, but a lot of runs with Johnny Morris as well. Just ball control offense. Spreading around. Old Red just caught the 1 pass, though he was feeling it. Yeah, there's that game. Let's remove that one. Okay. Okay, so our next game, we've got DT versus Shake Diddy. Bags. Let's load the correct conditions. Oops. Got the wrong SIG up there. Want that. Which means widen this out a little bit. So now we have Mac Yoho in the mix. Wow, JD Smith doing some work on the first play. Trying to bust free. Look at those Buffalo Uni colors. Oh, the cross field. Oh, and then the toss. Just tossing Leo Sugar. Oh, just gets it to Colclough. Bobby Lane. Makes the tops irrelevant with the cavalry arriving. And JD Smith breaks the seal. Oh, I see a little glitch in our end zone. Probably on me. A chuck to Barry, and he gets it. Wow, somehow gets the play off to Webster. Lenny Dawson is feeling it. Bowling Ball is feeling it. Dave Kosurik is feeling it. Kosurik. Side of that, nope. Chuck Bednarik on at the center is feeling it, but at linebacker 4 is not. Quite the opposite. Right up the middle, Alex Webster. And we're tied. This is probably in the days where Shake Diddy still did not know how to use the condition checker, so that made sense. Something going on here. Nice block. JD takes the toss. Stuffed. 4th and 21, and they're punting. Nice job on the pick play, getting off to Webster. Oh, Dollar comes back for it. Nice play by Webster. Getting the hang of the studio mode thing. No love for Kasarik. Going for the deep ball to Koklo and does not get it. Okay. Lenny Dawson is an excellent. Alex Webster's in good. Oh. Jim Crawford gets stuck. Trying to make something happen. Nothing too bonkers yet. No Josh Allen's that I can recall. And a nice kick. Banged it through. Mac Yoho. Feeling it. He's an excellent as well as a kicker. Not feeling it as much as a regular player. You like that kick by Mac? These streams take a long time when you're doing so many in a row. Bobby Lane going for Jim. Looks like it's overthrown, but it's not. Yep. I know you've got a YouTube of it. We can add this to the recap page as well. Add your YouTube to it as well as this one. It'll be embedded on the recap page. What I'm hoping is, oh, a CC to Kasarik. What I'm hoping is that we can, after each of these weeks, I might have some highlights for the players that are worthy of Player of the Week, or maybe some that don't show up on the stat sheet but made pivotal plays, and then we vote on that as we go along. So ideally we'll get to 1963 by this summer. We shall see. Ooh. J.D. Smith tackled from behind. Jesus, Dick. He goes way too wide for that. And Kasarik, or no, Colclo with the answer. And an onside. Ralph, not Flipper Anderson, picks it up. Oh man, PDP with the CC. And then Webster. Webster having himself a great TAD debut here. Feeling good. That's his second touchdown. Right, going deep for Cold Claw again. Oh, and it's picked off. Charlie McNeil, currently the best defender in the secondary, picks it off. That'll do it. There's definitely no hope now. He's going to toss it up to Ray Berry. Oh. Ooh, and a quick pass to PDP. Nice play. And there you have it, folks. Game 5 is in the books. Alex Webster, 5 for 71. Lenny Dawson was an excellent. Ray Berry caught over 100 yards worth of receiving receptions. And I guess somebody wanted to take a look at the stats. Alright, so we'll reset that. Let's look at the recap page. Look at the full stats there. Not there. Not there. Here. Got Baltimore. We got Buffalo. $24-14. Wow, 324 total yards to 173. Bobby Lane, a rough one and bad, 4 of 9. J.D. Smith couldn't get off. Webster had 3 touchdowns. I was mistaken. Definite player of that game. And McNeil with a big interception. That interception was big. Although it was already a 2-score game. All right. Let's go to our next game. This one is... Oh, I thought we... Okay, we did. Forgot to... transition into it. Got Odell versus Manyo. Got Manyo Sig, 1960. Where's Oakland? There we go. And let's look at these attributes and conditions. So Milt Plum making his debut today, along with the great Hugh McElhaney, Prentice Gout, Gil Cogdale and Dugan, Tomas Stevens, the Raiders on offense have Dandy Don, Jim Taylor, John David Crow, Mal Hammock. They'll start with the ball. Very first play is picked. Tries to get it to Taylor. Goes incomplete, out of bounds. Meredith caught again. Here comes Jim Taylor. Oh no. A horrific start. Wow, Dan Curry all up in the business. Milt with the wheels. And Hugh doesn't get anywhere, loses 2 yards. Oh wow, Plum just evades. Oh, just out of bounds. Hey, Jim Taylor takes the toss, reverses field. Well, that was a nice CC by Gail Cogdill a couple plays ago. Curry does not blow that up the middle. Oh, Curry looks like he got hit with the slows. Prentice is able to make it. Oh, we did not check our conditions in the second quarter. We did not. I apologize. My wife came and chatted at me. I had to mute for a second. Lost track of the game. Hugh catches it, so he put Hugh as a receiver, so and then run with Prentice and Timmy Brown. Guessing that's Timmy Brown. Oh no, Hugh's running. I mean, this stream, oh wow, this stream has, I've been, well, I guess I could look, over 2 hours now, and we'll probably finish in about a half hour. It's pretty epic. But we are reliving the 1960 TAD season. Nice play by Prentice. The Lions out to an early 10-0 lead midway or end of near the end of the first half. Let's see if the Raiders can answer. Nope. Lacey! Alright, let's not forget on this quarter. Alright. Jackie Lee wants some play. Look at Dandy Don Meredith in excellent. Nothing much else. Dave Webster in bad is rough for the Raiders. Sam Huff is still out there. Alex Karras. And then for the Lions, Richter. Night Train is in bad. And Hugh again, still feeling it. Manuel must have needed a quick smoke break or something. Oh no, not that time. Clark is wide open. And Odell does his classic over the middle. Alright, Taylor gets the first. 17 points, pretty big lead to overcome. Nope. Alright. Dandy Don no longer an excellent. Jim Taylor trying to bust loose. Oh no. Addison takes him down. Oh, there's the Jim Taylor jukes we're looking for. Oh, Don cannot connect. Alright, nice run by Taylor. Nice drive there. Curry with another big play. Does Jackie Lee get in? Nope. Karras with a sack. Mongo. Oh, there were definitely more. We're definitely lower on 50 MS running backs. That's a definite. I got a 50. Ooh, the JJ to Leon Clark. I got a 50 MS running back super late. Maybe not in 1960, but pretty sure in 62. These different years have had different levels of value in terms of where you can get them in the draft. We'll be finishing with our final game of the day, the Giants versus the Niners. Next. I better start getting ready for that. Okay, so we'll go to B. Another nice run by Taylor. And he's going to go for the field goal. Cut the point differential. It looks good. Bangs it home. All right. Oh yeah, and this one features quite the SIG. No. No. Please tell me that's the chat box. Yes, okay. This one will have probably the best SIG ever. But before we transition out, let's take a look at the stats there. Raiders at Detroit. That's the wrong one. Gosh. Why won't it show? And then it's too big. The dummy. I mean, we'll roll with that. We don't need to mess with this anymore, but here is how much do we have to do here? How big is it? There we go. It's there, so we'll just bring this down. All right. Oh, just a shade. So 284 to 168 in yards, equal about in first downs. A lot of sacks for the Raiders. But Milt Plum, player of the game, 3 touchdowns, 251 yards passing, 65 completion percentage. Jim Taylor had a pretty big day. He had some nice runs. Leon Clark had a couple of nice plays as well. Gail Cogdill made a couple of big plays. Karras with most of those sacks. Curry had a couple of big plays as well. Yeah. So, let's transition over. Oh man, come on. Just made that really big. Cannot win. I do want to highlight or hype this final game. I saved what I think is probably the best game for last. Second best game was first. Not first, you're last. Alright. So, our final game is Grip Smoke versus JJT. Oh, because I did the wrong one. Idiot. Jesus Christ. We'll fix that for next time. The wonderful Sig. Alright, so here is the final game. The Giants traveling to San Francisco. We have the inimitable Roman GIF, however you want to pronounce it. We've got the Niners with the dual quarterbacks of Easy Eddie LeBaron and the strong arm of Frank Tripucka. Jack Larshide running the ball. Roman going up for everything. A good O-line. And Jerry Tubbs, the linebacker. Abe Woodson and Eddie Macon and Dave Baker. Pretty elite secondary. Consider the combination of speed and interceptions. The Giants. Oof, Larshide almost breaks free. The Giants featuring Billy Wade, Joe Perry, Marconi and Hickman, Jimmy Orr and Gern Nagler, Andy Robustelli, and Don Burrows and Dick Lynch. Don't sleep on Vince Costello. Don't sleep on my man Vince Costello. Easy Eddie takes a few yards. Little dump off to Larshide. Oh, there we go. Cue the GIF. That's right. Come with me, says Grogan. Sorry. I missed it. I was looking for big numbers and I wasn't just looking at the names, so my apologies there. That is an egregious affront on my account. I apologize. Egregious. No offense intended, but I understand if offense is taken. Yeah, I literally was just looking at the RP numbers. And the DBs, I looked at interceptions too. I missed it. That's my fault. I should have just seen the glaring Harlan name. Sorry, I'm taking up too much of my away from family time. Oh, the scouts, yeah. The scouts would have lifted him up to 56 RP, no problem. Let's look at these conditions. I've got a daughter that will probably be joining me down here. Well, I'm flipping off and on between muting, trying to keep this as Tad-centric as possible. Andy Robustelli and Vince Costello in good, and look at poor Harlan Svar. Just in bad. A 25 RP is... You have to try for that in most cases. Look at Groman in good as well. Really nice run by Larscheid there. A nice touchdown over the middle to Witcher. The witching hour is here. And we have a block. Big time. That could play huge. Blocked extra point. Don't see that every day. Goes back. A chuck to Orr. Nada. Heavy dose of Joe Perry, but he runs out of bounds. A little prematurely. Eddie Macon trying to prevent. Oh, Leo Nomalini. You gotta go for a chuck here. 4 seconds. It'd be hard to get tackled in 4 seconds. I would pick past 4 if I was on offense. Okay. Don't have that for you right now. A brutal miss at the end of the first half. Okay, can't forget to load the conditions. Here we are. We've got Frank Tripucka in good. You might see some field time. Perry's in bad, but he's gonna get the rock here. Oh no! He had Gern Nagler in. Forgot he switched him out at the end of the half. No. But in the bathroom. So it was not Perry. That's a big play by Perry. Gets them the first. Wow. That's a nice run by Perry. Oh. Did I miss something there? Damn. What are the Giants gonna do? I think they might end up kicking the field goal. Yeah. Yeah. Lamar gets in there, but it doesn't get blocked. Billy Atkins sends it deep. Junker on the return. The two team, the second team. I don't have a yeah, I don't prefer either team to win. Well, that would be a tie. Either would get the win or the loss, but I know what happens here. I'm just replaying this. Oh no! A big fumble. Was that Larshide? A brutal development. Not necessarily. Oh my gosh. That's a huge play. Now the The Niners have to answer. They do have Groman in good. Does he go with LeBaron or Chapuka? LeBaron, he's going to go for the Groman. Tosses it up and... oh. Atkins and Don Burrows are there to block it. It's 4th and 5. A huge play here. Could this be the game if the Giants or if the Niners don't get it? He picks pass 4. It is not a picked play. It's got Groman deep. LeBaron runs it. Converts, moves the sticks. Life anew. Remember, Robustelli blocked an extra point where the Niners would just need a field goal. So because of that blocked extra point, the Niners need to score another touchdown. So far they've got touchdown catches by Groman and Al Witcher. Oh, McInnes the doink. A brutal development. Hughes and bad, still with 38 receptions. Not a lot of wide open options, so he's gonna chuck it to Bill. Oh, Billy Atkins in 50 interceptions, and he takes it away. But he's at the goal line. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh, and then he gets the JJ to Orr. That was a huge play. Might have been the backbreaker. It's looking like Atkins and Orr and Robustelli, the stars of this game. Joe Perry. And of course, Groman and Witcher. Larshide had some moments. Big play by Perry. Just needs 2 more yards. Picked play. Somehow, Billy Wade gets away. And there you have it. The Giants... oh. The Giants take out the Niners. And Joe Perry had a big game. Jimmy Orr had a huge game. LeBaron and Chapuka did the duel. So let's see. Nice comeback for the Giants. We've got pretty even in yards, first downs. The big interception by Billy Atkins was a huge play defending Groman. 2 touchdowns for Joe Perry. Jimmy Orr with some clutch deep passes caught. Barron with some scrambles. Groman started with that touchdown but wasn't able to do anything after that. And that 1-for-2 extra point, Robustelli. What a game. There were 2 games we did not stream. We did not have a NSV for them. So the first one was in the family. Jay Brooks versus Pete Tits. And Philadelphia, look at that, 312 yards of offense, a lot of passing attempts. Both quarterbacks 7 for 9. The conditions are not accurate here, although I imagine Nanowski was at least in good or excellent because he did have 7 for 9. Perhaps Starr went into bad, but the statistics are accurate. It's not easy to do. Billy Cannon. Two attempts. It was really all the Al Doro show. And Tommy McDonald, 2 big catches. Excuse me. The third touchdown was to Gene Mingo. Starr had a touchdown run, and Nanowski with the long touchdown pass, you would think, to Frank Clark. Bobby Franklin did get an interception. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, or maybe I didn't say it on the broadcast, but this game ended up being huge for the Browns to secure the top record of the season. Regular season what? What do you call that? Championship? Regular season title. And got the 1 seed. We were able to do some really good work with that 1 seed. The other game that was not streamed, and I was really disappointed in both of these games, not recorded. This was an overtime game, so you see that it looks like it was 14-14 in overtime. That's a glitch with how Tecmo stores the information and how it was uploaded, like on Dynasty File, will look the same way, I believe. There is a fix for this, and we'll get that in play for the rest of 1963, where we are now, where it will show your quarters correctly, and so that 3-0 should have been the very last stanza there for overtime. This was an overtime game. Polish Rifle, that's Y.A. Tittle run up the middle, I'm sure was used a lot. Tom Tracy, and he had the Wisp. Willie Gallimore was in 56 MS and excellent. Pretty nice. Sonny Jurgensen threw a couple picks. Paul Horning, huge work. Big time work. R.C. Owens caught a touchdown. Albert Dubenian, speedy, but didn't get too much going on. Del Schaffner, the one assuming long JJ from Tittle. Tittle's only touchdown catch, but the Cowboys were able to prevail. The Goose with 2 picks. Herman Munster with, or Mark Johnston, excuse me, with another pick. And, yeah, that's it. Schaffner even got a punt in there. Y.A. Tittle had a rough go, 3 picks. And in 1960, he was just a 50 PC guy. So I guess that's understandable. Our standings through 1 week. We don't really have divisions. It's really just everybody looped together. So I just separated them into the AFL and NFL, working with what we had with our PNW file. So Deuce taking over for Go Nick Montana's Broncos starts off with a W in week 1. DT, this literally was the first game over everybody. In terms of the first game played in TAD history, over Shake Diddy. Fairfield beat Stu. Vader got out to a 21-0 lead and held on versus Hanging Chadwick in this New York Titans. Game high with a nice comeback, down 7 in the 4th, scoring 10 unanswered to beat the Steelers and Joey B. Frank Ryan had a rough game that one. That was the first game I streamed today. Sacramento Odell had a pretty solid outing against the Raiders. Manio's first play, I think Jim Taylor fumbled it away, and it was just kind of all downhill from there. As you saw, Jay Brooks beat Pete, and Tick beat Polish Rifle, who I think had Buzz Nutter. And then the final game was JJT beating Gripsmoke in pretty epic game. So those are our standings. We do have some stats. Here's our passing stats. Wonder if I make this bigger, and I get more of the names to show up. We'll do that, and then we'll bring this in. Does that work? Does that work okay? So, leading in passing yards for week 1, Milt Plum, 251 yards passing, and tied with Al Doro for most touchdown passes. Y.A. Tittle with the lead for most interceptions, 3. And our Tecmo ratings, Doro with the best day. Tripuka, just because he completed 1 pass, so not much there. Blanda, 5 passes total. Really, Milt Plum with the high volume deserves that. Marlboro Man didn't have much going. I think he went into bad. You can check it here. Doesn't show there. Let's do condition tracker. Whoa. Yeah, that's... Well, we might have to look into how that works out. That seems wrong. Is he player 181? Yeah, where is he pulling that information from? That's a good question. Alright, let's look at the rushing. So Paul Horning with the huge first week. But if you look at all-purpose yards, Bobby Mitchell, 5 rushes for almost 100 yards, and he had 2 catches for 140 yards and a touchdown. So big stuff there. Yards per carry, also led by Bobby Mitchell. Alex Webster, pretty solid. But Joe Perry and Jim Brown with the big amounts there for decent volume, and then yeah, 9 yards per carry over 22 carries is really good for really good for Nagler. Really good for the Golden Boy, Paul Horning. Dick Bass in a loss had a pretty big day. Jim Taylor also in a loss, big day. Jim Brown with the win. Abner Haynes with the win. Bobby Mitchell in a loss. Tom Tracy in a loss. And Paul Lowe in a loss. Looking at receivers. We've got Tommy McDonald, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. I think that was the most, yep. And then for receptions, 7 catches for Johnny Morris. Fairfield with the high volume passing attack. Phil King with 5. We now have a Phil King honorary award. Tight ends. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. How many of these guys really were tight ends, but that's what those look like. We had Nomalini and Alex Karras were big-time disruptors in the Bay Area for their teams. And Mac Yoho got on the board. Linebackers, Robustelli, not on the stat sheet, but he had a huge blocked extra point. Made a big difference in that game. Hedrick, not only those 2 sacks. Well, actually, one of those two sacks was a big one early in the game. Curry, not only with that sack, but also had a big stuff. Fortunately, they couldn't do much with that. Matsos got a pick play sack that was not manned. And then your defensive backs, the Goose. We didn't get any footage of it, but he got 2 interceptions. Herman Munster also with an interception. No footage of that. We do have Emlyn Tunnels. We do have Charlie McNeils, which was kind of late. They were up 10. Don Bishop got one early in his game. Billy Atkins, probably the most clutch of those interceptions, I would say. So yeah, there we go. Looking at team offense through 1 week. Your Bills, 324 yards of offense, followed by the Eagles, Cowboys, and Oilers, and Lions. On the low end, we have the Titans, Raiders, Colts, Bears, and Cardinals. 4 sacks allowed by the Lions, but most points per game, Bills and Lions. Only 1 injury, Fred Ford. Okay. On defense, we've got Chargers and the Lions and the Bills, all around 170. Oilers pretty good too. Then here we go. Don't have tackles. We've got interceptions. We've got points per game is the leading one here. And yeah, that is your Cleveland Browns only scoring 7 points, the lowest scoring team in week 1. A rough one. Anyways, that's all she wrote. Thank you so much. We will be continuing this. If I'm lucky, I'll get another stream going tonight. I'm going to check the NSVs for week 2. We'll get the game ticker, possibly an injury ticker, and we'll upload the games as we go to keep the games ticker going. So thanks to all of you that tuned in today. And if you see this later, I hope you enjoy. We'll talk to y'all later.